welcome back everyone to today's first video. I just want to say before we start, thanks for all the support in my latest videos and all of the new subscribers and people who are tuning into my videos. We're going to have at least 2 videos today. Second video will be the ECMWF 42 day forecast, and this first video today is looking at the latest on the cold spell on the way next week, or this week. It is going to be on the way very soon, so thanks everyone for tuning in, and we're going to get right into this. So, current situation over the country, we've got high pressure trying to start building to Scandinavia, but at the moment we're bringing in, with this low pressure, we're bringing very wet, windy and unsettled weather in from the Atlantic, and that has been the same as the last couple of weeks, so no change there. So now we're going to run through the GFS, GEM and ECMWS, so we won't go into too much detail. So we start to shift that low pressure further east and further south, and we start to bring in a colder easterly or northeasterly here, dragging some of that cold air in from Europe by this point. Then we start to build high pressure over the country just here, as you can see, but we're probably bringing in some quite cold air from the east by this point, definitely for the south anyway. Just there, probably going quite cold under them winds by the 8th of January. Then we start to centre high pressure more over the country just here, a lot of frost and fog with that, and we do get very close to bringing in a very cold northerly or northeasterly just here. We're just on the edge. All we need is that high pressure be a little bit further west, but we just don't pull it off with the GFS. And by the end, once again, look how cold it's getting, this cold pull sitting over Europe. All we need is a bit of an easterly wind and we'll be straight into them freezing cold temperatures, but we just don't do it from the GFS. So now let's see what the GEM's looking like. Okay, so GEM is looking like this. So same situation at the start again, as we run through into the end of the first week of the new year. We pull them easterly winds in once again from this cold pool over here, so it will be going colder from the north or the northeast. Not bitterly cold, not as cold as we got in the first week of December, end of November, first week of December, nothing like that. And then we start bringing the wind in from the east when high pressure builds over the country. Then we get very close to bringing in this cold air sitting out to Europe. But look at the blocking high pressure now going up to Greenland, Iceland, trying to get to Scandinavia. It's a big area of blocking by this point, but we're just not seeing them very cold temperatures pushing in. We are going cold, but not very cold from the runs today. So let's see what the ECMWF looks like. So once again, same situation when we start off, but that low pressure, once again it slides through, we do go colder, and we get a bit more of an easterly from ECMWF, just there, don't we? So strengthening the easterly a little bit, but not much. Then we by the end of the run, you can see we are trying to get them northerly winds going, but really, yeah, so high pressure looks like it's going to start to build in next week. That is looking quite likely from the latest runs. Now we're going to show you the diagram for them three, so here we go. Now we're going to show you the diagrams for the samples for the GFS, GEM and ECMWF. So this is what the GFS is looking like. So looking like this. So at the moment we are a little bit above average. It's going to be very wet over the next couple of days, as I said. But here's the slide with them easterly winds. We do go quite cold down to the -5 line. I'll draw you a line to the -5 line. Where the -5 line, that's where we want to be to start seeing snow from precipitation and stuff like that. As you can see, we get down to the -5 line just here, and we have a warming trend just here actually, and then we go colder again down to the -5 line. So is there a colder trend on the way? Are we going to get some cold, what we haven't seen since the end of November, start of December? Let's see. We'll soon find out. Now I'll show you the GEM on samples. So once again, looking similar from the GEM, we're above average at the moment, as you can see. We're very wet over the next couple of days. Then we go below average down to that -5 line once again, as you can see. So we are getting to the -5 line actually. Once again with the GEM, and then we get that warming all the way up, and we actually go back down towards the -5 line again. So looking quite similar with the GEM to the GFS actually. And that doesn't usually come off because the GFS can be a bit unreliable, but it's been a bit better. So now let's show you finally the ECMWF on sample charts. So the ECMWF looks like this. Obviously there's a lot more on samples with the ECMWF. We're above average at the moment. We are looking very wet, as you can see. Look at these spikes of precipitation here, extreme. Then we do go drier until the end when we go a bit more precipitation. But here's this colder spell just here. Do we get to the -5 line? Let's have a look. So yeah, we do easily get to the -5 line with the temperature from here. So from about here to here, we look quite cold for at least like 4 days just there. Till we get that warming, then we actually go back down to the -5 to the end. So once again, the GFS, GEM, and ECMWF all looking quite cold for today. So that is all we've got to show you from today's first video. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one later on today. So goodbye.